Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another spectacular episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana. Now they love him in Japan. No cap. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a young woman who is making a name for herself. She's actually graduated from the Flatbacks Wrestling School. That's right. The school that's also making a name for itself in good old sunny Florida. And it's actually ran by Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze. She is also a member of one of the newest tag teams, Only Breauxs, with our guest, Cameron Stewart. Everybody, welcome to the show, Avery Breaux.
Woo!
Hi, woo!
Avery, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on here. You know, we always appreciate our guests, and we always get excited when we have a guest coming up. It doesn't matter whether it's a former WWE superstar, an AEW superstar, or somebody that's just starting out. We're always excited to talk to our guests. And I just got to ask, how's everything over there in good old O-Town?
Everything's good. Weather's really nice today, actually. It started out a bit cool. Then it got hot throughout the day, and now we're cooling down again. So everything's pretty good over here.
Yeah, it's probably about that time. I mean, I don't think Florida gets. They do and they don't get weather changes. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, which is like 4 hours away from y'all, so I know about it being cold for like 2 weeks in the winter, quote unquote winter, and then the rest is all sunny days. So, yeah, I'm actually envious. I wish I could be back there right now. And then you got Disney World too.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. We got Disney, Universal. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, one thing I would do is just one thing I could only think of doing right now is taking a ride on the teacups. But I think once I get there, I'll find more stuff to get into, you know. But
Listen, the teacups are great.
Yeah, I've never been to. It's funny. I've lived in Florida for 7 years. I've never been to Disney World. But growing up, when I used to live in New York, but no, it's all good, because growing up when I used to live in New York, which is where I'm at right now, I used to go to Coney Island. So I grew up with Mickey Mouse's cousin Rodney, you know. So yeah, that's who I had to deal with. But yeah,
that's fair.
It was still great times. Yeah. Yeah. So tell us, how did you become a fan of professional wrestling? What was the show or the event, or who was that one wrestler that pulled you in and was like, hey, come check this out. I think you're gonna like it.
I kind of just watched it when I was younger, and then kind of got too busy to watch it every week because I was playing sports and I was dancing throughout high school. But then towards the end of high school is when like Tough Enough started coming out and stuff like that, and that's when I got back into it. Certain wrestler that really pulled me in. I was really a fan of Nikki Bella. Gotta be honest. She really always caught my eye, and I was always like, she's very entertaining to watch.
That's cool. I'd never forget when the Bella twins debuted. Actually, I think it was back in 2007 or 2008, one of the two. And I knew about them before they even made their TV debut. I mean, I didn't know about them before they got signed to WWE, but I did remember hearing of them being signed, and I was like, okay, they got they have twin females now. This is gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a great dynamic. And lo and behold, one of them debuted. I'm like, okay, I see Brie, or I don't remember if it was Brie or Nikki. I'm like, okay, I see one, but where's the other one? And lo and behold, it was a match where the other one ended up debuting. Or no, I think they started pulling the twin magic at first.
Yes,
and people
twin
didn't
magic
know.
From under the ring. Yep.
Yeah. And then they were like, she's so energized. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then they win the match. And then I think it was probably Beth Phoenix that pulled one of them out, and their whole
Mm-hmm.
scheme was blown. And I
It was
was like,
great. It was
yeah,
great.
that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember that.
So,
That was good.
so are you a fan of their show Total Bellas?
Yeah, I've watched it. My mom really loves watching stuff on E, so her and I would always watch Total Divas and Total Bellas together.
Yeah, I gotta give it up to Nikki and Brie because I've been watching wrestling for, and I'm probably gonna date. I'm aging myself right now. I've been watching since 1990. I'm a 31-year wrestling fan, and I've seen several twins in wrestling as a whole, like the Cole twins. What was the other one? Ron and Don Harris, and even now you have the Usos and several twin tag teams on the Indies. But the thing about being a twin wrestler is you're always put in that category of tag team wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You won't really get the chance to shine on your own. But Nikki and Brie, they were the ones to break that and show that, hey, we have our own personalities and we're more than just a tag team. We can do this as singles wrestlers too. So that's one. I definitely tip my hat off to them and give them the utmost respect in terms of what they did in wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. It was cool to see them like when they would go off and do singles stuff, and then always, they'd come back and end up coming back to a tag. But it was cool to watch their singles stuff as well.
Definitely. So so growing up, who were some of your favorites you enjoyed watching besides the Bellas?
Ah, favorites always Shawn Michaels. Always him and the Undertaker were my top two favorite to watch.
Oh, so I know you enjoyed those WrestleMania matches, and I know
Yeah.
WrestleMania 25 and 26.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching 25. Yeah, I just rewatched 25 the other day.
Okay, that was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
To me, there's no such thing as a bad Shawn Michaels match, and I was a Shawn Michaels fan when he started out in WWE, when he was one half of the Rockers. I don't know if you've ever seen his work with the Rockers, but I was a fan of that tag team, and that was like my first ever favorite. I've never met Shawn Michaels. I don't know if you did, but I've only met Marty Jannetty. I haven't met Shawn yet. Hopefully one day I'll get to meet him.
I've not met him either, but yes, I totally agree. That would be like a starstruck moment for me, would be meeting him.
Yeah. Have you ever met The Undertaker?
No. Goodness, I would be so scared probably.
Okay. So I'm a Rob. Tell her the story about Undertaker and Paul Bearer. You're gonna laugh at
Okay.
this.
All right, so when I was a kid, they had WWE came to my high school for a house show, and it was Undertaker versus Diesel in a casket match. And at the end of the match, Undertaker won. He beat Diesel and stuff. Like us and a bunch of kids, we were like, "Yo, let's go out back. Let's go see if we can see the Undertaker and all that stuff back there." So we left and we went out back, wrapped like over by the parking lot watching. And Undertaker and Paul Bearer, they come out and stuff, and they were arguing over who had the last of the vodka. They were like, "I didn't have it. Well, I left it there and stuff." It was like, you drank it all." I was like, "I had that vodka and stuff sitting there." We were just like, "Okay, that's why he feels no pain." That's why I said the rest of the time he was wrestling, I was like, under assumption like that's why he feels no pain. That's right, Taker.
That just kind of ruins it for you. You walk out
Yeah,
there, they're arguing over alcohol.
It didn't really ruin it for me. I was like, that's awful. I just thought that was funny. That's a great story to tell.
That is a great story.
I mean, we also did get to see Diesel. He was driving by, and he was in a rental car. He's in a Camaro, and he's so tall that his knees were he's sitting there like this kind of. It's like all the way in the back. Like if you ever watch Police Academy and stuff, it's like Hightower taking out the front seat, and he's sitting in the back, just like that. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's
so
a funny
uncomfortable,
image.
Poor guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was like that's an image I'll never forget. I was like, wow, I was like 7 foot man, in this Camaro and stuff. I was like, all right.
Especially after just wrestling a match with the Undertaker, he's got to get back
I
in the
know.
car, get his knees all the
Yeah.
way up there.
Oh man, I don't know how he did it.
Me either.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's definitely. I never get tired of hearing that story. That's definitely a funny one. So what? So now that you're a wrestling fan and you're tuning in and cheering for your favorites and whatnot, how did your journey go from professional wrestling fan to now professional wrestler? How'd you end up going to like flatbacks and doing the training and all that good stuff?
So it was kind of during the pandemic, like during quarantine, and I was trying to still decide what I wanted to do with my life. I had done a few different jobs, like working for Disney and such while I was in college. And I graduated from college, got my degree, and I was like, still don't know what I want to do. I was like, a normal like desk job just is not for me. Like I don't see myself doing that. So I was just trying to rack my brain on like what I could do that would make me like be passionate and want to show up every day. And somewhere along the way, I think there was an episode of either Raw or SmackDown on, and I saw it and I was like, because when I was watching Tough Enough in high school, I thought the whole competition like aspect inside to it really intrigued me towards it. So I thought about it back then, but I was like, I'll go to college, see if something sparks my fancy in college. And then so when I saw it during the pandemic, it like struck me in my head again, and I was like, I wonder how possible this is. And so I started just researching schools and like researching how you would go about it. And I found flatbacks, and I was like, all right. I was like, combines playing sports my whole life, dancing. I was like, I might could do this. Let's give it a go. So I signed up.
That's awesome. I see they're doing big things down there, and they have like a lot of like people that are some very impressive people that are coming out and even making moves. I mean, Cameron Stewart, he's been on WWE NXT and he's been on AEW Dark, and now he's in Only Cam. He's in two tag teams, Only Cams and Only Bros. I'm still wondering, and it's probably gonna happen. What are y'all gonna call yourselves when that time comes and y'all end up teaming together? You, Cameron Stewart, and Cameron Walker. I'm thinking only Cam Bros or Only Bro Cams. But
I kind of like Only Bro Cams.
I forgot what Cameron Walker was going with, but it sounded really good. But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic when that happens.
Yes.
And
yes, it'll be fun.
Y'all also have yeah, you got Cameron Walker, Cameron Stewart, yourself, and then there's Dante Casanova.
Yes,
who recently appeared on AEW. The Space Cowboy, another cool looking guy. I like what you did there too with Woody and Buzz, just bringing them together. So Flatbacks is definitely, from what I've seen, y'all definitely making moves in professional wrestling. How was your first match?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. I was definitely nervous. Just, first match nerves going out there and whatnot. But it was actually a lot of fun. My mom got to come out and watch me. So having her there, knowing she was in the crowd was really cool. But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun. And to me, it went really good.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome to hear. I saw one match. It was you against was his name Tenali? It was in Florida. And I remember you whipped her into the corner, and then you did like a somersault like move. And I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. That's I remember she did the 619. She did a 619 and a frog splash, and I was like, is she gonna get it? And you kicked out. I'm like, wow, Avery's tough as nails, man. She's not one to mess with.
Definitely. I was not going out that easy. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was definitely a great match. So now that you did that, what's next for you? What's next for Avery Breaux?
I'm a few different places coming up. I'm back in Indianapolis in November. And then December 4th, I'm back with Tampa Bay Pro, where I faced Tenali. And then coming up, Cam and I have a few tags together. Those have yet to be revealed, but they will be soon. And I don't know. I'm just all over the place.
Hey, that's as a professional wrestler, that's good. I mean, if you're all over the place, you're in Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, hopefully you get to go to California, and you get to go to Texas, and then you get to go over to Delaware where Rob's at. He's a referee, so maybe he'll sneak in a fast 3 count for you if you give him some tacos and whatnot. But yeah,
Rob, we did this, so you got my back now. I knew it.
Yeah, but I'm definitely glad to hear that I like to see people like make moves and whatnot all over the country. That's definitely a great thing. So I just have 2 more questions before I turn it over to Rob.
Yeah.
My second to last question is, so Only Breauxs, you and Cameron Stewart, what are your top 5 tag teams that you'd want the 2 of you to face? Or it could be any since it's an intergender tag team.
Okay.
You could also choose a combination of, I want to face Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis, or it could be any top 5 or official tag teams or combinations or whatever. And it could be from anywhere, by the way. It doesn't matter. It could be from anywhere.
So off the top of my head, I'm glad you reminded me of them because I love them. I think they are so great. Is Indy and Dexter. Yes. Candace and Johnny, of course. They're one of the most well-known. Then definitely Chelsea and Matt. I think they're really good, and they would be entertaining and fun to work with. I'm trying to think, because I don't know if I want to go all intergender, if I want to do different ones. Can they be past? People from the past? Or not even like past?
Yeah, sure.
All right, definitely DX, obviously. Shawn Michaels and Triple H, I want them to. Let's think of one more. I feel like fellow like flatbacks trainees. I need them to form a tag because there's a few good people who, if they formed tags, would be fun for us all to face each other.
Okay, cool. Well, I definitely hope to see. I definitely hope that you get to face all those opponents. Hopefully, Shawn Michaels and Triple H. You get to at least face them once and whatnot. But I definitely hope you get to make all those goals and whatnot too. Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you ever get to travel overseas and you get to Japan, take it with a smile and go. I don't know if you've been in Japan before. If you have, well, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I was stationed over there for 3 years, and it is a wonderful country. I enjoyed it. I'm talking it. I'm speaking it into existence. I will go back, but if you definitely get a chance, go over there. It's wonderful. Check out Tokyo. Check out Osaka, and just take it in. It's wonderful over there.
Yeah, I would definitely
Last
like to
question.
get to Japan.
Yeah. Oh, and make sure you get your Ribera jacket. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you ever heard about that tradition, but whenever wrestlers tour over there, there's a restaurant. I don't know if have you ever heard of Ribera?
Maybe.
So Ribera is a Japanese steakhouse in Tokyo. I forgot which part of Tokyo it is, but the owner, whenever like wrestlers go over there for, they do a tour of Japan.
Hmm.
I wouldn't call it an official tradition, but it's a well-known tradition. A lot of them go there and they get a jacket because he gives jackets to people that are professional wrestlers in the wrestling industry. And John Cena's gotten one. Hulk Hogan's gotten one. I think I'd like to say William Regal. Several people from WWE have gotten, legends have gotten jackets from there as well. So definitely check that out. If you're into steak, I don't know if you're a vegetarian or not. But
I am so into steak. It's like my favorite food.
Yeah. But my last question before I turn it over to Rob is, when you're working out at the gym or getting ready, getting yourself amped for a match, what are some songs that actually get you into that zone that you must have on?
See, I'm kind of different. When I work out, I usually work out like in the garage in my house. So I watch TV, which people think is crazy, but like I don't have a lot of time in the day to like catch up on shows, or like if it's a Saturday and football's on, like watch football. So I take my exercising time to also like this. It's just on in the background. So working out, unless I'm not home, I don't really listen to certain things. Pre-match, I usually just put on like a pump up playlist on Spotify, like literally something that's called Hype Up, to get me like in the zone and focused.
Cool. Awesome. Some people can do without music. Some people can. When I was in the military for a brief period of time, I didn't work out I didn't work with music. And then after I got stationed in Japan, I was like, yeah, once I got over to Japan, I was like, yeah, I need my music. I can't do this. So whatever gets the job done and gets you in the zone, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I imagine when I start going to the gym and stuff, I'll definitely listen to music instead of just having nothing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn over to Rob. I know Rob has some questions for you. He's actually chomping at the bit. So Rob, go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on? How's everything going today?
It's going good.
That's
How's
good.
it going with
So
you?
how's your? Oh, I'm well. You know, what I mean, just hanging in there doing the show. You know. So you do anything great today? Anything awesome happened today?
Nothing too much. Went to work this morning. Got done work. Came home. Got in a quick leg workout with some deck of cards, and then got ready to come on here.
Oh, sounds good. Hey, well, it sounds like an all right Wednesday, I guess. You know, nothing wrong with that. There you go.
Nothing wrong.
That's right. So we were talking about your tag team earlier, Only Breauxs and stuff. Now we had Cam Stewart on the other day, and well, him and I were talking and stuff. Now he used to build rings and stuff when he was a kid and all that. We were talking about that and all, and we started like and I was like, yeah, I'm training, doing rest stuff and all. I was like training, I think the other last night or something. I was like, I'm 39 doing this. He looked at me and was like, oh, I commend you at 39 for doing that stuff you're doing. I was just like, in my head, it was like that meme came up. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I was like, oh, he just dunked on me.
He
my
made
dad.
you feel old.
Yeah, my dad heard it. He laughed. My trainer was laughing at me and stuff. And I was like, because I'm like pops and trained. I'm older than the trainer and everybody. Oh man, it's funny.
Oh, he didn't have to do you like that. Come on, Cam.
Oh man, it's all good. It's funny, and it was funny, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, oh man, that was the first time. I was like, wow. I guess I'm the deal. Like our other co-host, by the way, Kathy. She says hi. By the way, I gotta get that out of the way before she puts me in a headlock because I don't need any of that. But yeah, she was like, yeah, DDP or rep it. I'm like, there you go. I can do that. Yeah, I'll be like that. Uh, so I got to ask, you're saying you got home, you were doing a little workout and stuff. I was wondering, do you have any tips for getting some abs and stuff? Because I've been working out and all. I'm trying to do that. I have one ab, popping out. It's like, kind of up in the corner here.
It's there.
And I'm
It's
trying
there.
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to work and accentuate what I have, and maybe add on another one, a half one. But, do you have any tips, on how I could do that? Anything that could help?
It's really mostly just all about your diet. I was like, I had abs before, but not like as toned and as fit as they are now. And it's really just all about sticking to a diet and making sure you're eating right and taking care of yourself. I mean, I do train abs as well, but I think it's mostly just eating decently well for most of the time. You don't have to be super strict and crazy because nobody can keep that up. You're just miserable the whole time. So I try to do eat good probably most of the week, and then maybe give myself a cheat meal every now and again, or a cheat day if I'm feeling good.
That's good. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I love tacos and stuff too much, and pizza and cheesesteaks, and I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. I might have to try to work with what I got.
Listen, the one is fine. The one up top is good.
There you go. Yeah, I got the one. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I got one. Yeah, I'll just, I'll polish that one. You know what I mean? I'll polish that, rub the oil on that one. So that one's, when I go to the beach, bam, I got the one.
Listen, just draw the rest of them on, and they won't know.
There you go. No, I could do that. That's right. You know what I mean? Hey. So I did get to see you were talking about you working at Universal and stuff. My sister literally just got back. I picked her up from the airport today. She was at Universal in Florida and stuff. And I'm planning a trip. I'm going there next year. Now, are you a Star Wars fan? Were you a Star Wars fan when you got in there and were working there and all? And what was it like working there and stuff? And also, is there like a password I can say to save some money, while I eat and get something to drink there? Because I heard, yeah, it's like, an arm and a leg there or something, paying. So like, woo.
It definitely is an arm and a leg, and unfortunately, even if you work for them, it's an arm and a leg. They kind of get you because you show up to work every day, and then you're hungry, so you just give your money right back to them.
Oh man, yeah.
So I don't have any passwords for you, unfortunately. Yes, I was a Star Wars fan, and I actually got to work in Hollywood Studios in the, not actually Galaxy's Edge, the new land, but before that opened, there's a store called Tatooine Traders, and that was where you originally built lightsabers and stuff like that. I was in that store, so that was cool to build lightsabers with kids every day, or even adults who really enjoy Star Wars. It's cool to give them that experience and just be in it with them.
So did you build yourself a lightsaber?
Of course.
Yeah. What did you get, the double-sided one, or you got the single one? Are you like Darth Maul, or did you go like Luke Skywalker style?
No, I went single.
Okay.
I did make as long as you were at that station, you could make them all day and carry them around. So every day I kind of had a different one just to have in your hand and play with. But I was mostly single.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, are you have you been keeping up with The Mandalorian and all that?
I have not gotten the chance to watch it because I've been so busy, but I hear it's really good. I need to watch it.
Oh yeah. This Star Wars stuff, these shows they're doing are just great. Oh yeah, I'm excited for them. Yeah, I was going to ask, if you are, any new movies or TV shows you have, you caught lately or whatever, because I'm always trying to find something new. But I mean, if you're too busy and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, well, you're probably the same boat as me. You're probably the same boat as me. You just watch the same thing.
I do. I just put something on for background noise as I'm falling asleep because I get in bed so late at night and I have to be up so early. So it's usually just Castle's my go-to show that I've loved forever. So I just put Castle on and have that in the background, and then I fall asleep.
I've seen Castle, but that show was pretty cool. I like what's his name, the actor in it. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's great.
yeah, it's not bad. That's the one where he's the writer and he's working with
Hmm.
what's her name's the detective, right? And they're
Yeah,
working together.
Kate
So,
Beckett,
okay,
the
yep,
detective. Yeah.
yes, okay, yep, yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I like that show. That's a real good show and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
glad. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to add that on there. Because yeah, that's a pretty good show. Add up on my thing. I forgot all about that. Thank you for reminding me of that show.
You're welcome. It's a great
That's
show. It's
right.
like one of my favorites of all time.
Oh yes, yeah, it is a good one. I remember. I think if it came on, the reruns came on with like Bones or something on TNT.
Yes. Yeah. Stop it. Every day, like if I wasn't in school or during the summer, me, TNT, I'd wake up, Charmed would come on, then
Supernatural.
Supernatural, then Bones, then Castle every day. It was like my favorite. I would not get off TNT.
I think it's still like that today because in the morning when I wake up, Charmed is on, and then
Charmed's
when I'm
on,
doing
yeah.
stuff Supernatural, it plays, and then I'm not sure what's on after that, but yeah, I know it goes still Charmed and Supernatural.
Hmm. I think Bones is still on there. I don't think Castle comes on anymore. Around like 3, when Castle used to come on, they
Mm.
put movies on now.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, because I can't remember. I know, yeah, Supernatural and all, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I was actually at the eating lunch with my dad today, and that was on TV and stuff. He's like, "Oh, look at their car and stuff right there." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my car right there, man. That's the name's Baby or whatever. That's what they call it. It's awesome."
Hmm.
He's like, "Yeah, I like that car. What is it, an Impala?" I was like, "Yep, that's right, Pop.
Hmm.
That's right." So it's October. It's that spooky time of year. Are you a Halloween person? Are you into that? Got the Halloween spirit. Do you like dressing up? Doing the Halloween things. Maybe watching a couple scary movies here and there.
I do not like scary movies. I
Okay.
can't even say I don't like them. I've never given them the chance
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm just like, oh, I don't want to sit there and be scared the whole time. So I should
Okay, I got
probably
you.
give them the time of day and like start with the movies that aren't as scary. And I'm sure I would be fine. Dressing up, I do like to dress up. My best friend and I are going to, I think, a Halloween party at our coworker's house this weekend, and we're dressing up together, but we're not sure what yet. We were going to figure that out tonight once I got off the podcast. We were going to work through some ideas.
Okay, so are y'all gonna be like a double team? Something, like Jekyll and Hyde or something like that. Are y'all playing Super
Something
Mario and Luigi? Something.
that would be cool. A few years ago, we did, because we worked in Hollywood Studios and we also worked in the Muppet store.
Ooh.
He was Jim Henson with Kermit on his shoulder, and I was Fozzie Bear. So
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so we gotta get
oh,
creative.
that's right. See, I wish that picture was on Instagram when I was doing research or whatever. I would be like, "Yo, is that you as Fozzie Bear?"
I think it used to be. I wonder. It used to be on
I
my
don't know if it
Instagram.
is.
It might be. I don't know anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing research, like stalking or whatever, just doing asking questions. I didn't see it on there or whatever, So if I did, I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. You Fozzie Bear, here you go.
Maybe I'll put it on my story so we
Oh,
can
there you
see it.
go. There
Yeah,
you go. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll go
Yeah, I
find
don't
it
know.
and put it on my story.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're doing it. If we do a show that day or 30th or something, maybe I might dress up as something. I don't know what I'll do. I'll have to find something. If not, I'll wear a suit and be like I'm James Bond. There we go.
No big deal. No big deal. I'm James Bond.
Yeah, I'll just have like I'll get a martini glass. Be like, here you go.
Right.
Man.
Least bit of effort. I am James Bond.
There you go.
Actually.
There you go. I did something. Bass, Rob Bass. There we go. So you're also a football fan and stuff. I seen that
Yes.
and all. Who's your team? You're down there in Florida, and my favorite team is down there in Florida, and their rhymes with Dolphins. And I'm kind of sad this year, but who is your team? Is it about the same as me?
Mine's the Saints, and
Okay.
we're all right. I don't know. We could definitely be doing a lot better, but post Drew, we couldn't have expected super great things. So I can't be too picky. So I've been kind of trying to give them the benefit of the doubt this year. They're working some things out. We got Jameis back there, he's doing pretty decent so far, honestly. So I'm not on your spectrum of how it's not going too hot for you, but we're also not in the best boat either.
Yeah, I mean, none of my sports, I can't pick winners. I'm a fan of the Baltimore Orioles, and I'm a fan of the Miami Dolphins. So yeah, I'm just, I'm just not unhappy all around, I guess, in sports. I'm just like, that's why I look to wrestling and cheer for, people like you, out there kicking butt, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yes, here we go. I got something to look forward to,
You're like, anyone who only wins strictly, I am a fan. Thank you.
That's right. There you go.
I can't handle this heartbreak anymore.
I know. Yeah, it's too much heartbreaks. But, it's like I've been around for almost 40 years and I've like never seen a championship with anybody. Oh, no, it's awful. They just don't win. Oh, no. I'm too loyal. I'm too loyal.
I know.
I'm like my hounds, my dogs and stuff, just too loyal. So now I do gotta ask, we were talking a little bit about dogs before, on the before we got on stuff. Is your hound still there and stuff? And where'd you get your hound? And what kind of hound is it?
He is knocked out right next to me, laying on the ground right here. I got him from a shelter in Arkansas, actually, which is wild. I found him online, and he's freaking so cute. I saw him and I was like, I need him. And I like messaged them and they were like, I was like, is it okay? Like I'm coming from Florida or whatever to get him. And they were like, yeah, that's totally fine. And then we worked out that it would be a lot smoother for him if my mom went and picked him up from Louisiana. It was like a shorter drive and then like me meet her halfway from Louisiana to Florida. So my mom's the best. Shout out. For her for doing that. Yes, so that's how I got him. And I believe he's a Husky German Shepherd mix with like a little bit of healer in there somewhere. He's got some spots on him. But yeah, that's him.
Nice. Now I did see, I think the Husky, he's got those eyes like them, like those really awesome eyes, just, oh, yes. Now, is he quiet? Is he quiet? Does he hang out? Just chill. Not barks, or is he kind of loud?
Most of the time he's pretty chill. Even if he's like playing with toys and stuff. Every now and again he gets like hyper out of nowhere, and he'll start to do like a little bit of like the husky bark or husky like howl that you hear. So I feel like as he gets older, he'll definitely be super talkative.
That's right. Yeah, see, when my dogs, I call that the zoomies. When they get this like energy from nowhere and start running around, I call it zoomies. Because I'll just sit there, I'm like in the living room just doing whatever, and all of a sudden there's here like a thundering herd of buffalo coming running down the hallway. And I'm like, what in the world? Like somebody's chasing someone. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. I'm like, stop it, ladies. And then my dog Radar, he's got anxiety and he doesn't like any of that. And he's like, I gotta stay over here. He's like,
I'm all good, thanks. Yeah, that was me last night. I got home from Flatbacks at like probably like 9:30, and I was like, we're chilling. It's almost time for bed. Nope. Sumi's out of nowhere for a good 30 minutes. I was like, all right, you do you. I'll be here when you're done, whenever you want to settle down.
That's right. Oh, yeah, they do that to me. Cause I was training last night and stuff, and I got home like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and all. I let them out and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah, and it's like, nah, we're going to play, here's a little binky, throw this binky so I can go check it or chase it. It's like, all right, come on. Jeez.
You're just exhausted, my legs, but like you gotta. Yeah, you're like, okay.
It's like my legs feel like rubber right now. Come on, like I gotta prop them up. Do I have to move? And they're like, no, you can just throw it. We'll bring it back. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you're like, all right, yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, I can do that. That's cool. That's right. So I did get to see you do like dolphins though, the animal and stuff. Have you ever swam with them? Because that's a dream of mine. I've always wanted to swim with the dolphins. Like go somewhere and do that.
I'm trying to think. I fed dolphins on my 18th birthday. I got to feed them and pet them. I've swam with sharks because sharks are my favorite animal ever.
Ooh, yes.
So I I went on a cruise and got to swim with sharks, which was really cool. I'm trying to think if I've ever. I don't think I've swam with dolphins, but I've like pet them and fed them and done all that. I just haven't been in the water with them. I would like to though. That would be great.
That's cool. Now you're saying sharks, they're your favorite animal. I love sharks too and stuff. Now, when I was a kid, I watched Jaws. Now it didn't scare me at all. It just made me more interested in sharks. Like after I watched that movie, my grandmother got it for me. I was like, can you give me some books on like sharks and stuff? You know, like is that how did you get into sharks? Like
that was literally me. I watched Jaws with my dad. And same thing. I was like, no, I'm not scared. I want to know like more about these things. And so him and I would we watch Shark Week every year. When I was in school, if there was like books on like the little bookshelf, I'd be like, any about sharks? Like, can I read about this? That was me all the time. And I still do it. I'm so interested in sharks and just knowing more about them. So yeah, I was the same way. I was just like, these are really cool, actually. I'm not scared at all.
That's right. I remember getting a book and it was like, yeah, you don't rub the sharks one way on one side of them like this or whatever, because it's like nails, it'll cut your hand up and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I've always remembered that. So if I ever come in contact with a shark, I'm like, all right, no.
Just good.
Yes, I know. Yes, that's right. That's right. So back to a couple of wrestling questions or whatever. Are there any places that you haven't wrestled yet that you would love to go wrestle at? Like, is there any, any states that you would love to go to? Any countries, somewhere, awesome, like, the UK, Japan, Canada, stuff like that?
Actually, I was going to mention all three. I've already said Japan earlier, for sure. Definitely would like to get to the UK and wrestle over there because that is such a cool place and a cool like they have a different style and everything. It would be cool to be over there for a few months and do some training and stuff. And Canada, yeah, I'd love to go to Canada as well. I think one of my friends is trying to hook something up for us in like December-ish to wrestle in Canada. So if we can pull that off, that would be really cool.
Oh yeah, Canada, that's awesome. It's real beautiful up there. You got all the mountains and all that stuff. And
I've never been, but like one of my best friends went on a vacation there for a good while, and Stacy, he trained up there, and he always talks about how pretty it was and stuff. So I'd love to go over there and just visit. And if I wrestle, I'm like, yeah.
That's right. I'd go up there and visit, but it's a lot of woods up there, so I'd kind of be watching out for Sasquatch and Predator and stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I look up in the in the trees because Predator, he has that glimmer, that telltale glimmer when he goes up there, so you know where he's at. And then Sasquatch, yeah, I got make sure the woods are up there. Woo, you don't know what's up there. Woo.
You're like, listen, I don't know this place. I got to be extra cautious, just in case, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Just in case, you know what I mean? Yes. I need a bodyguard or something, somebody, something. I'm not like the scary movie stuff where I go somewhere alone, Somebody come with me, we're good in a group. And never split up.
I will be in the middle of the pack. You guys can be on the ends, and we'll walk together.
Yeah, so somebody gets picked off as the last person or whatever. It's usually the last person. I'm not going to be last. Yep, I'm going to be in the middle, right where I'm good.
Yep.
And if we run, I just got to be faster than you. That's all I'm praying for. I just got to be faster than you.
Faster, or I'm sorry if I got to trip you up. It's how it's gotten to at this point. I'm sorry. Every man for themselves.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, that's great. Now we're training at flatbacks and stuff, with Tyler Breeze and stuff. Now I love watching him and Woods on on Up Down Down doing the GM mode. Like that's one of my favorite games too. I love the GM mode. Now, are you a gamer? If you are, I've never hey, can I challenge you to a game or whatever?
Yes, of course. I am a gamer. It has been less lately because of how busy I've been. I love PUBG. People think it's like my brother and I play PUBG all the time. And at some point, like he was like, oh, all right, like we could play a different game. And I was like, nah, like let's keep playing PUBG. I will play it all the time. But I also like Call of Duty, all the sports games, Madden, NBA. I love the old games as well. the original Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase is probably one of my favorite video games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I played PUBG and stuff. I played that. I haven't played it so long though, but I know what you're talking about. I've been playing this game Daisy with my buddy. You know, it's kind of like that, but you know, you got zombies to contend with and stuff. You know, messing with you like, oh my lord, you know, so you're like,
You got extra.
yeah.
I think that's why I love PUBG, because it was so simple and like you didn't have to worry about any outside interference. It was just you versus everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
There's no zombies, nothing trying to get you.
Mm-mm. Yeah, now I tried to play Fortnite and stuff, and yeah, I'm trying to go battle with these kids, and they just build like a skyscraper and stuff up there and start blowing me up, and I'm like, what in the world is no? Okay, I'll tap out on this one. I'm good. There's no way I'm going to do that.
I did the same thing. I went to play it once, and as soon as somebody started building, I went, huh? And I was like, no, I'm good. This is far too complicated.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't like he was sitting there. Okay, let me just like plant is here, plant. No, it was like it was like that, and I was just like, okay, yeah, you won, you won.
Yeah, you got it, you got it. I'm good.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, oh man, he's probably like 10 years old too. And I'm like, dang.
Literally, I've seen like 5-year-olds that build things like crazy fast and are just so good at the game, and I'm like, how?
Mm-hmm.
I could never.
It's like that. It's like on Minecraft too. You'll see like stuff on there. People build like like everything, like cities, and like they'll build like Tatooine from Star Wars. Like, wow, I can't. I couldn't do it. I can only draw a stick figure. That's about it. That's my creativity with that stuff. Like,
that'd be me.
That's right. Like when I moved like in my house and stuff, like all my decorations would come from like my mom, sister, ex-girlfriends or whatever that put stuff up there because I was like I don't have nothing on the walls. I'm good. Like what I need. I just need for my TV and somewhere to sit. I'm good. Yep.
I don't have anything on my walls. I'm like I don't need anything. Like what's it gonna do hanging up there? I don't know.
No, that's right. So I was like, yeah, and then after a while, I was like, okay, fine, yes, hang something up, Okay, I guess that goes with the room. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fine. Sure.
That's right. So now, before I pass it on back to Remy, I do gotta ask. Now, from wrestling, around the country and stuff, as you have. Are there any funny, wrestling stories, that, you can share with us? Like something happened, on the way to the show, maybe somebody forgot their gear or whatever, got, wear your gear, something, something crazy, like that, I mean, you can change the name to protect the innocent if you need to.
Oh, when we just went to Indianapolis, Stacy and I flew out there, but we were on separate flights, and he had issues with his flights all day. I flew Spirit because it was like the earliest flight in the morning that could get me there. And I was flying out the day of the show. He wanted to fly out the day before because he's from there and he wanted to visit his family. And his flight on the Friday got delayed and then eventually got canceled till Saturday morning. And then I flew, no issues. I got there. I'm sitting at the airport and I was like, I'll wait. So I was just like eating at the airport, waiting for him. And his flight got delayed like twice that morning. And so he didn't get there until like noon or 1 o'clock or something like that. But his bag, he had already checked the night before that had all his gear in it. So we had to we looked for it at baggage and all that, couldn't find it, and then they were like, oh yeah, like it should be here by this afternoon, and we were like, no, it's not. So we had to run to, I forget where we went, just to get him knee pads and get him just something to wear to protect himself in case everything didn't come in, which it didn't. So poor guy.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Oh, man, yes. That's got to be a bad feeling right there. Just it got to be that thing, feeling the pit in your stomach. You're just like, oh, man. Oh, come on. But yeah, glad everything worked out.
I felt bad for him. This is a tough few traveling days for him.
Oh, man, that's great. But glad everything worked out, everything was the best, Now, I do want to say, before I pass it back to Remy, thank you, very much for coming on and chatting with us. I had a blast. I wish you nothing but the positive things to happen to you and your family. I wish you do nothing but kick butt and start winning gold all around the country and the world. You know what I mean? I wish nothing but the best for you.
Awesome. No, thank you guys. I've had a lot of fun too. So I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, we really appreciate you giving us this chance, Avery. We know you're a busy woman and all that, with wrestling and training and Only Bros and whatnot. So really appreciate you taking the time out, just shoot the breeze with us and so on. I hope to see you on the big screen real soon. AEW, WWE. Let's believe I will be glued to the TV and I'm like, we just had her on the show. She's doing big things now. That's what's up, But we'd like to see people do great things and so on, So yeah, definitely thank you. And before we shut down the show, where can fans find you on social media if they want to find out when your next appearance is, if they want to purchase Avery Breaux merchandise or Only Breaux merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Yeah, thanks again, by the way, for having me on. Social media, I'm Avery Breaux _ for Instagram. We will be getting Only Breauxs merch soon. Cam and I have actually been working on that lately, so that's going to come out soon now that you mentioned it. My merchandise is averybreaux.bigcartel.com, and then Twitter and Facebook, I'm just Avery Breaux.
Awesome. That's cool. So y'all definitely make sure you go ahead and follow this young lady. She's doing big things. She's making it happen like a captain. Cop some Avery Breaux merch. You heard they got Only Breaux merch coming out soon. So if you already got Only Cam's merch, get some Only Breaux merch as well too. If you can't make the shows, that's another way you could show your support for indie wrestling, is just copping some merch and whatnot. Because they don't just do it for fun and because they're fans. They also do it for us, the fans, as well too, to entertain us. So why not show your support and whatnot? So definitely give her a follow and look out for her, because trust me, the way Flatbacks is going, their students are going to be making a lot of moves in the coming months and years. So definitely check her out. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut down the show. Shout out to Kathy. Kathy, wish you could have been there, but we know you got work. So Kathy's a fellow Louisianan as well. So if she was here right now, she probably would have asked you a bunch of stuff about beignets and Louisiana food and nightlife and so on. So
we could have bonded over the good food.
Yeah, Kathy, we miss you, even though you give us a lot of trouble. Thanks. We really do miss you. But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut down the show. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is getting rumbly. So that means it's time for a nap and a snack, or maybe not in that order. Yeah. But before we get to that, Rob Bass, the Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, the Sean Spence to my Burton Guster, the Bubba Ray to my Devon.
I love Psych.
Psych fan, you have great taste.
Oh,
where can
fans talk about Psych now? Next time.
Yeah, but Rob, where can fans find you on social media if they want to talk wrestling, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, Rob_Bass82, and then Facebook and YouTube, Rob Bass.
Awesome. And if you want to find me on social media, and that I have anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll get lucky and hear me say something. You can find me on Twitter under at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. It's a picture of me at WrestleMania 28. However, our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram under at Ringside Society. We're also on Twitch under at Ringside Society 2019. That's where one of our platforms where we stream on. We also have a Facebook group called Ringside Society. Go there and join us. And that's where we also stream. And we're also on YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube channel where we have a lot of great episodes. As a matter of fact, we have over 100 episodes, over 100 great episodes. Check them out. Great episodes like this one with Avery Breaux, her tag team partner, Cameron Stewart, his tag team partner, Cameron Walker, and many others. So definitely subscribe to us on there. Don't personalize it. Put it to all because we got a lot of great videos coming soon. So definitely check us out. And with that being said, oh, special announcement. We made 100. We made 100 subscribers, over 100 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. We really and truly appreciate it. Yes, we know it's not a lot, but here, the fact that we actually took a leap of faith and we got to that far, that means a lot to us. So we really and truly, for those of y'all that even if you never even listened to our show, the fact that you even subscribed, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And in honor of that, we will be having our fall giveaway. And since it's actually hoodie season, I'm thinking we might just give away a Ringside Society hoodie to any lucky to two lucky winners this time. So of course, y'all know, for those of y'all that are familiar with our giveaways, you know, it's actually where you got to answer 3 questions, one from myself, one from Rob, one from Kathy. You get it right, you automatically into the raffle. We actually shake it up, and then, you know, we actually pick a winner or 2. So that's going to be coming soon. We'll definitely announce it. And yeah, thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. Rob, I don't know if you want to give them a thank you as well in your own way. You know, I don't like speaking for y'all because y'all got y'all
Oh
own thing going on.
yeah. I can't even believe that many people can stand listening to me. So yeah, hey, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, but definitely, yeah, thank you very much for that. Like I said, we don't do this to show off ourselves or for anything. We do this because we love professional wrestling, and we do this for the fans, and we do this to let people like Avery Breaux, you know, tell her story and whatnot. So once again, thank you. And we're also on Teespring. Yes, Teespring is where we actually sell our Ringside Society merchandise. We have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we actually have clothes for babies. Yeah, we have the little onesie for the babies. I don't know, whatever you call it. I'm not a father, but we have that for the babies. It's hoodie season, so we have hoodies now too. So, you know, check us out. We have all colors, and we also have coffee mugs. Yes, it's pumpkin spice latte season, so we have coffee mugs for that. Or if you're into green tea lattes like myself, you know, go ahead with that. Or if you're just a good old fashioned hot chocolate marshmallows person, hey, what better way to sip your favorite warm beverage than with a Ringside Society coffee mug? All proceeds from those sales, once again, they do go back into keeping our show afloat. It doesn't go back into our pockets. You have my word on that. I'm still eating hamburger helper, and apparently Rob's eating ramen noodles. So yeah, we're not making any money off of that. There you go.
You got to
How
pick
you
the
doing,
bread
better?
so when you pick it up, it doesn't fall out in the back.
Oh wow, at least you got something on the side. I just got one. But yeah, with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you very much. To those of y'all that are going to listen to us later on, thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, like myself at a Golden Corral and Rob based at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want everybody to know that we're very well and aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag we are not the same. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the other half of Only Breauxs, Avery Breaux.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back. We don't know yet, but we will be back real soon with another amazing, fantastic, exciting, whatever adjective you want to give. We will be back with another episode of Ringside Society. But until then, we're still going through a pandemic. It's not completely over. So until Mr. COVID or Mrs. COVID, whatever they're going by, decides to leave, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.